And don't you ever forget to use down back 3+4 to whiff punish. Hello everybody, this is my first episode for a new series that I'm going to call Roach Mighty Ruler as Nina for Tekken 8. Originally, this episode was supposed to have live commentary over my gameplay, but OBS didn't pick up my microphone, so I'm going to have to talk to you from the future or the past, something like that. You guys can figure it out. But the point of this series is to record myself trying to hit Mighty Ruler while trying to learn the game the right way. So that means playing a couple of sets, doing some VOD reviews, and in general, trying to do all the video game or fighting game homework that people generally seem to skip over, me included. So VOD reviews, labbing, all that good stuff. And making these videos is also a good way to keep myself accountable in order to do all of that. We'll see if Mighty Ruler is too ambitious of a goal. I seem to have hit orange ranks relatively easily. I do have some experience playing Street Fighter. I think I peaked around Platinum there. But yeah, maybe hitting Mighty Ruler is way too ambitious and I'm going to get stuck in red ranks. But ideally, with these videos and constantly trying to improve, I will be able to end up hitting that. And without further ado, let's jump into the first set. All right, so this round starts. She hits you with a low early on, which makes me think she's going to throw a bunch of lows. So I keep trying to hit 4-2, and she just jabs me out of it repeatedly. Right there. It's really annoying. I got a lucky forward 1+2, but she breaks the throw. I think she did accidentally though. I think the idea behind that sweep wasn't bad, but I do often miss attacks against people who just walk backwards. So I think working on the spacing or figuring out how to deal with people that just walk backwards is a thing to improve on. Though I have gotten some success by just throwing people that like to walk backwards and look for whiff punishes. Here's an example where pressing down back 3+4 can be really effective around mid-screen neutral. Most people won't expect it. It's obviously very risky, so you don't want to do it super often, but throwing it out just to give them something to think about, I find to be pretty effective. These chainsaws are really annoying because you can go high, mid, or low with them. It seems like each one has different counterplay, but the best counterplay I found if she's not going low is to heat burst, because as long as you hit her, then she loses the chainsaws. I didn't know that when I did this, but looking back, it seems like that's one of the better options. I was still salty about the immediate low from the first round, so on the start of this round, I immediately go for the forward 4+2, and it ends up connecting. Guessing right at the start of the round, and then throwing Alissa puts her a massive health disadvantage, and then when she gets her turn back, she throws a massive button at me, and I just block it, and ends up making her lose the round. So I guess a lesson to be learned from our opponents here is if you're in a massive health deficit and you finally get your turn back in a round, do not press a big button. Probably just try and make space or try and like put out some feelers to see if there's some sort of way you can turn around the round. This round I just get demolished by low moves. And I saw that when I reviewed the replay in game. The suggestions were constantly duck because all of her attacks are high, or block low because she's attacking low. She doesn't throw very many mids. So I need to remember against players like this player, blocking is really strong because they keep throwing high attacks or low attacks and not a lot of mids or launchers. Yeah, so I get hit by the super low and then get demolished by low attacks. And I feel like the fear generally for me is that I don't want to get blown up by like a massive launcher. But I think their mentality is like if it isn't broke, don't fix it, and they're just gonna continuously go low. So at this point, like I should just cut my losses and go low. And if I get hit by a mid, then like I just get unlucky. But I just need to get in the habit more of pressing low. It's a thing I'm struggling with. This round I show signs of life after getting bodied the first two rounds. I guess right early and I destroy the Alissa. She just doesn't have enough space to hop backwards. She tries, but I catch her and I end up winning a pretty dominating round. Later on against a different Alissa, I do a better job of playing around them hopping backwards and playing around with that spacing, especially on a more open map. But I think in this game, I learned a lot how to play with that spacing, which let me win that later game. Unfortunately, despite last round, I lose this round again. Get chopped to bits by a chainsaw going low. I think I end up crouching too after the second one, but they catch me with the middle chainsaw. I think it's progress that I ended up crouching during the third game. Despite getting hit by the mid, I'm going to take it as a victory that I crouched and that I managed to adapt and not get rolled over by 15 lows in a row. I think even if that happened and I somehow won the game, it's probably worse for my long-term progress. So losing this last round is a victory for me. She goes for a low in this round, and I go for a 4+2, and I think she goes for a low every single round this game, and I'm just constantly getting a massive health lead with 4+2 into like a throw. She almost pulls off a comeback, but I managed to corner her and kill her, and I end up taking the round. While I could have had a cleaner win by punishing her flying moves with my armor move, my 1+2, I think I do a good job of adapting to that in the second round. This was a really clean round. Forward 4+2 ends up giving me an advantage. I take that advantage and corner the Alissa and deal a ton of damage. She gets me off of her with her heat smash. That's what it's called, with her heat smash. But I end up killing her immediately afterwards. So again, I start this round with forward 4+2. I take half the Alissa's health bar. I end up getting hit by some pretty quick flying moves, I think they are, from Alissa towards the middle of the round. I get like half my health taken down. I think because I'm not really sure what to do, it seems like they're too fast for me to react with forward 1+2, so I can't counter with the armor. I try sidestepping and actually sidestep one of her moves. I don't get any punish off of it, but that is something that I want to incorporate more after being slightly positive on frames or something. Just trying to sidestep or crouching seems like a good idea instead of being so top heavy all the time or standing up all the time and being susceptible to these moves. I get pretty rolled this round by Viktor. I definitely struggle with Viktor a little bit. I know that he has some strong counterplay where if you crouch some of his specific moves, he just gets absolutely rolled. This Viktor specifically, though, tosses a bunch of really quick jabs out and power crushes a bunch and ends up catching me this round. But I end up adapting to his over-reliance on power crush and ends up being pretty funny in the later rounds and in the second game. Stick around. I end up getting a combo off of tapping, dashing backwards, and doing my mid-screen launcher. I guess the dash backwards invited him to walk forward or press a button, and he ended up getting caught, which was really nice. I think that's what I was intending in the moment. I get hit by his armor move afterwards, but Heat Smash ends up dealing a big chunk of damage, and I get a really lucky sweep into his big jump into the air when he smashes down with his like fire lava thing. I think this round is also the round that I learned that I can really heavily punish that with 401+2. I don't know if it comes up in the later rounds, but yeah, it's good tech against Viktor. If you have an armor move, you can crush that. I get absolutely dumpstered this round by power crush moves, and in the moment I didn't know how to react to it. But next round, the game after, I learned that if someone's spamming you with power crush moves, start throwing low sweeps. It breaks the power crush, and people who super don't rely on it, like this Viktor, just don't know what to do with it and end up just losing the game. It's free rank points. This is the moment right here when I finally figure out that my sweep will beat his power crush, and I start just tossing it out willy-nilly, and it just wins me the game. It's ridiculous. So I'm skipping to the last round of the second game. I think it really encapsulates how just using sweep to kill his armor and doing forward 2 ends up going over his jabs, and he just doesn't have any tools outside of this, and he ends up getting ruled. I had like 2 more sets to include in this video, but editing videos is hard, and I've spent a long time editing this one already with all the voiceovers. So instead, I'm going to add one really fun set I had against another Alissa at the end of my games. I think a lot of the lessons I had with the first Alissa, including like trying to crouch and stuff, were shown in this last set with this Alissa. Going forward, the series is probably going to split up into 2 parts. The one episode will be the live commentary of me playing games, and then the episode right after will be me doing replay reviews, so people can just tune in for what they want. I know some people don't like the voiceover commentary and just want to see like the live gameplay. By the end of all of these games, I end up being really close to promoting to red rank, so hopefully for the next episode I can hit red rank along with some live commentary. But that's it for me for now. Thank you all for watching, especially if you got this far, and I hope to catch you all in the next one.
Round 4. Fight. time,